Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and I just thought I'd give you another quick update on the scale course build, the micro course build I'm doing in my RC shop in the house. So I'm just getting to put down the plaster. As you can see from the thumbnail, I've gotten somewhere with the build. Now it's time to put the plaster down, and of course mine's a little different than most people's. It's kind of more like you look at the railroad setups and stuff where their mountains are actually showing the mountains and stuff, not just a straight up and straight down. And you know how some of the plaster laid down, it's just straight for climbing and stuff. I did mine a little different. I wanted it to look kind of nice and scenic, so I'm just doing some plastering. So I've got all the foam down on top of the tunnel here and the main mountain area. I'll show you that later on in the video, just what I've got done and where I'm climbing, and it's all right. It turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It's not the most challenging out there that I've seen some guys build, but I wanted to make mine a little bit more realistic and interesting because it is inside my house in my shop. I didn't want it to just be something, and it's staying here, like it's on top of this shelf that I built, and I didn't do it in sections or anything. It's all one big piece. So yeah, so I just thought I'd do a quick short video of how I'm laying the plaster down to get this look. So I'm all done underneath here. Here's the tunnel going in, and I've got all the plaster. I got an up over here to get up. Bit of a wall. I was testing it and seemed to have an issue with the heavier rigs rolling, even with the low center of gravity. But so I put a little bit of wall. But yeah, so this is how we're doing it. Yeah, I just cut my plaster pieces to get it on a roll. I'm using the Woodland Scenics plaster 1203. So it's just a roll. I think this one is 10 feet long. And I just cut it into strips and then into these smaller strips, so it's easier for me to get the detail that I want. So I'll show you here. You just dip it in water quickly. You don't have to let it sit. And I just lay it on, overlap a little bit of what I did previous, and then I just lay it like that. And then I take a paintbrush to get it in, just a small paintbrush, just tiny little, just to get it into the crevices and the detail of the styrofoam, the spray foam that I did. I have trimmed a bit of it off in areas, flattened things out a little bit just to get it to make it more realistic. And then you just take the brush over it once you get it in there, into your details. I won't show you a whole hour of this, guys, but I'll try and combine a bunch of video clips into one here just to give you the update. I did one video already, figured I should do an update here. It's been about a week since I started. I was working, so I got a little bit of work done in the evenings after work. So there, and you can see if you take a brush and you put a little bit of water on it, you want to try and fill you see all the little holes and stuff from the mat that the plaster is on. It's just like a cast plaster, right? But I like to try and get it as smooth as I can. And I might go back with some plaster mix and just fill in those holes, just so when I paint it, it looks a little better. So there's kind of how the idea of I'm doing this. I know guys have got some pretty intricate courses out there that are very challenging. I wanted to make it somewhat challenging, but somewhat scenic and realistic too, as best I could. I know it's different than a lot of the guys that do the competitions and stuff. Mine is just for me to play in the house in the winter and test my rigs when I build them or when I make changes to them. So yeah, so it works pretty good. I find the shorter pieces work good. It's going to take a lot for sure, a lot more than your average course that guys have done, because this is a pretty big centerpiece. This is the corner, so it's going to take a lot of plaster. I've got another bag. I've gone through one so far to do all of this up, the up ramp up here. I don't know if you guys can see that in this one. I'll show you it later in the video. But yeah, so that's how I lay it down. It's good progress. As I go, I'll probably do some more clips as I go through. But I just wanted to time in here and chat a little bit instead of just running music, and let you know how I'm doing it. So you just wet your plaster. and then I just find the spot. I try to don't go back where I just did. I let it harden a little bit before I go back to it and do the next piece around it. It seems to work better. Sometimes the plaster sheets roll on itself and slip off if you're doing it on a really wet spot that you just laid, so I try to move around a little bit. I'll probably cover this here. This is foam I just cut to make it look like there's rock going around the entrance to the tunnel. So I'll probably cover that too. I don't really have to. I can probably just paint that. But yeah, so that's just a quick clip, guys, of how I do this, how my course is coming along, and I'll, as you'll see later on in the video, I'll add some more clips just of where I'm at with it, and try to get this uploaded today. I think it's been 4 or 5 days, maybe actually a week. I think I started this last weekend and it's now Sunday, so it's probably been a week. I should get a video up to give you guys an update. So yeah, so hang in there and watch the rest of the video, and we'll do a walk around of the where I'm at with the course so far, and my ideas for the rest if I can figure that out. I haven't really figured that out, but yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Hey guys, so here's an update on the crawler course that I've been working on. So this would be episode 2. I've got the corner pretty much all done here. It's all plastered. You've got the tunnel that goes there and there, enters there, so pretty good size hill. We've got the drawbridge here. I've got it out right now because I just finished plastering the down part for the bridge. And on the last video, on the first episode of the video, sorry you got my shadow in there, it's just the way the lighting is in here. This is where I had a shelf standing right here, so this was going to be the end of the course. Well, I got a little rambunctious because I got excited that I was liking how that corner piece was coming, so I added another, I don't know what that is, 6 feet, I guess. So we've got another 6 feet of course area to go. So now that'll be all course right up to the edge here. We're gonna do course. So that's going to be pretty good. So it'll take me a long time to do this as I think of things to do. But yeah, so there we are. And I just wanted to show you what I was doing here. I had a bucket of rocks in the garage that I had set aside for adding to my outdoor course, and we got snow on the ground now, so I just left them in the garage. And I thought, well, I might as well see if I can use them in here, but I don't have very many. I just had a blue bucket full, like a 5-gallon bucket full. So this is what I'm doing. So I laid them out how I wanted them. So this is, of course, the up. I've got it covered with a garbage bag right now as I do this plaster. So this is what I've done. I've laid out the rocks the way I want them, so you can see here, and then I can keep reusing these rocks again and again to form up other obstacles within the course. And I laid down some cling wrap, so just your saran wrap on top of the rocks, and then I started laying my plaster. So sorry about the lighting, guys. So there's a good shot there. So that's the plaster I've put down so far, and it's right on the edge here, and this gives me another obstacle here to go through on the bare spots where there's no big hills. And this is how I'm doing it. So, and it seems to be working good. So once this hardens, because it's on plaster, we'll be able to take it off, hopefully, is what I'm hoping, and then I can fill the bottom up with you know, balls of paper and stuff, and then use spray foam in areas that I need to fix it or attach it to somehow onto the board. So this is kind of what I've been doing. So I just thought I'd stop in there. I was showing you earlier, this video's kind of got a bunch of clips in it, so so you guys can see where I'm at. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. I've got this all done. This is all plastered. I'll probably get, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, if I'm just going to finish this area in here and then start my painting and then start working on more over there. I've got a couple ideas. I've got this lovely ledge up here that my trucks are sitting on, and I'm thinking I might be able to incorporate, well, I can incorporate that somehow into the course down here and have maybe a second layer in here. So have underneath and then somewhere to crawl up onto a second layer, maybe off of that ledge. So yeah, I got a bunch of ideas in my head, but yeah, so I just wanted to give you a quick overview of where we're at in episode 2 of the course build. And again, this is just stuck in behind there. It's got the tuck tape on it because the spray foam and the plaster will not stick to it. It will, but you can break it off, and then I'm not getting anything on the wall. But I might do something on the wall here, just to finish off the rock look, or the mountain look, going over to this down. I might do something there with a piece of cardboard and then attach it. Just cut out a piece of cardboard, attach it in here, so it kind of finishes it off. But I haven't decided yet because I don't know what I'm going to do with that ledge. I can't go too high because of course I got my filament, 3D filament stuff all up in there. And then on that side we got all the trucks, and that's my workshop area. So this will be all course right here. So that'll be just a really good size course. I measured it out. It's I think it was like 32 square foot total. It's 24 inches wide, or 23.5 inches wide, and probably, geez, I don't know, 15, maybe 16 feet total, or more, because like it's 6 feet to here, and then another 12, so yeah, maybe 20 feet worth. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. So this is the idea I had. This is gonna work, I think. So I'll come back and show you the after once we get it separated from the rocks when I get done. I just got a little bit of plaster left to lay down over here so you can see the rocks underneath there. I was also thinking I might even just spray the rocks with a lacquer, like a clear lacquer. I got a can of matte finish lacquer in the garage. If I spray the rocks all down and let them dry overnight, then I won't have to put the saran wrap down. But I seem to be getting some good detail. Like I'm really pushing it in and getting some good detail in the rocks. So this is kind of, you know, you're going to go up the ramp there, which I'm going to work on putting some obstacle on there too. This is a little steep here. I can't remember what angle that was, so this was a really tough one to get up. I could get up on it when it was just cardboard, but once I put the plaster down I wasn't able to. So just let me grab my, so we are, yeah, so that's don't know if you guys can see that. That's 51.1 degree. Yeah, 51.1. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. 51, 52. So that's a pretty steep, and it's slick. So I've got a few ideas of how to not make it so slick. I did put some grip tape down just to see if I could get up with the Gladiator, and it got up. It curled it. So I'm gonna do something in here. Not sure what yet. I don't want it flat, so I'll do something up in there. Then we've got the tunnel going down there, which goes all the way through here. So yeah, so that's where we're at right now, guys, and I'll post some more videos as I get going through, and I'll definitely add a clip when we get this this rock idea done and see if it works out. It's not going to take a whole lot of plaster, and if it doesn't work out, which it looks like I think it's going to work out, and it's just getting it filled underneath and stuff to support it, which I can use spray foam for that, or cardboard bunched up paper. I think will be good. So yeah, so that's where we're. Okay guys, here we are. I think we're somewhat dry, ready to pull this off of the rocks. So I just wanted to do this on film. So just wanted to make a note, do not try not to wrap underneath your stones or whatever you're putting it on if you're going to do it like I'm doing, or else you won't be able to lift it off. Right here you can see that it's coming. I wrapped a little bit over here, and it might give me some problems, but if we just pull it out from the rocks, I think we'll be okay. And there we go. So there's the rock pile that we had. Yeah, there's a rock pile that we had with the paper on top. So I will grab the camera here. So there's the rocks that I just laid out. Right, I just laid those out just like so, where I wanted them to kind of go into the tunnel off of the wrap, and then this is what you're left with. So now all I have to do is fill up the bottom just with some paper. I think I'll just do like some balled up paper and stuff, throw that in there, get it put back in place just to give it some support. This is hard, but not totally hard yet, but I'm sure we can probably strip out and that'll help it dry a little harder, I would imagine, if we get the saran wrap out of there. We'll get that out. We'll save these because I don't want to use all my wife's saran wrap for the next pile of rock. So this is the first one I've done. So this is kind of like my test here. So we'll pull out that saran wrap. It's coming off of there good. If you do not use saran wrap on top of your rocks, this is what happens. Right? It sticks. I did a tester. Let's get into some better light here. And it sticks right to the rock. So there ain't no getting that off of there. Right? So I haven't tried it yet, but I took this rock and I sprayed it. I have a couple cans of clear coat out in the garage, so I sprayed it. You can see that it's shiny, and I'm going to try a little piece of that so that if I need to use it over and over again without having to use this saran wrap. But the saran wrap works good. It's just you go through some saran wrap. But yeah, so I sprayed this one. I'm going to give it a try. It's another small rock that I had out of that little bundle that I had. So yeah, so there it is. My way of doing it. Probably not the best way, because now I need to get support underneath it and that, but it's the contour on top that I wanted. Doing it with just balled up paper and stuff is what most people guys do, and it works. There's nothing wrong with it the way they look, but I wanted to make it a little bit more realistic to the rocks. So yeah, so that's what it looks like underneath. I don't really want to flip that over with one hand here. So I'm just going to put the camera back down, guys, and we will flip it over. Just bear with me a sec. Flip that sucker over, and this is what I mean, you got to put some stuff underneath it. Well, there you go. So there, whoops, sorry guys, there is the formation off of the rocks. So I think it'll work out pretty good as long as I can get it supported and get it put back in place right here, because that's exactly where it's going, is right into that spot there, right, leading up to the hill. I probably will do some more in here, getting up into the hill here, but I just wanted to see if this was going to work first, so I did a test piece here. We'll take the rocks out, get that filled up underneath, and get it attached to here with some more plaster. Alright guys, that is about it for the update in this video. So this is episode 2. Once I get this kind of sorted out in here, I will probably do another one for you, because this is going to be a long process. I got all that to fill, so this could be an all winter job for me. I'm going out of town tomorrow for the day, so I won't get any work done on it tomorrow, but I'll get back to it on Friday, and then I'm gone all next week. I'm going to see my dad, so I'll be gone for that week, so I'm going to be short on time in the next few weeks. But yeah, so there you go, my way of making rock contours and formations with real rocks and plaster, but not keeping the real rock, using it to make plaster molds. Anyways, thanks for watching guys. Everybody stay safe, and we'll see you at the next one.